Hola bandidos, ¿cómo estamos? Welcome to Mel's Magic Official. I'm Magic Mel and this is Charles, my angel. Welcome to episode 18 of season 10. As I was making my cup of tea, my thoughts flow, and I wanted to elaborate a little bit more on what it means to align with this new energy. In the past episodes, I spoke a little bit about your truth and being in the flow. All of these things are related. Connecting with the present moment to align with your personal truth, that's going to shift constantly because you're going to be in flow. That is being in alignment. It's a very personal process here. The thing is also that if we're all in our personal truth, we will align with our higher calling and fulfill our soul blueprint in the tapestry, in the cosmic tapestry here. So we will all fulfill the purpose, the service, the passion that we're meant to bring to life here. So in order to connect with that, we got to get rid of the rubble. That's why the healing process is so important, no? To first of all, depends on where you're at, heal your body. Maybe your body has been stuck in a stress overdrive, like mine has been for most of my life. Maybe you need to do some somatic healing, come back to your body, rest, heal your emotional body, heal your mental body, get rid of the negative voices, the negative self-talk. Once you've got everything reset, then you become a vessel for that intuitive guidance. But otherwise, our little intuitive voice, which is whispering and nudging us, is just overridden by the fear voices, by the inner critic, blocked by the trauma. We got to get rid of the rubble first. And the process of alignment also requires surrender, because often this intuitive nudging, the calling of the moment, might not make sense to your rational mind, or it might contradict your to-do list that you had set out to do, or your plan, your linear plan. And it's not really about linearity anymore. Like, let's throw that out of the window. I'm not saying get rid of all of your goals. No. As a conscious manifester, it's very important to have a vision, but instead of going about it like, okay, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, like we used to do in the past, the trick is to really visualize it and feel the emotions, like flesh it out in your imagination. And as if you were like projecting a movie in your own mind and you stepping into that movie. What do you see? What do you feel? What do you hear with all of your senses? That is the 5D way of going about manifesting. So we don't have to struggle anymore, go against the grain, prove our worth, hard work. All of that is out of alignment. Doesn't mean that we're not asked to act. We will be asked to act, but it's according to our inner guidance. Like, we will be guided with the nudgings and the intuition. So staying in alignment as much as we can is the smoothest way to ascend with the energy, with the rising energy. Even our body is adjusting little by the higher frequencies. It's not happening all in one go because our body just wouldn't be able to take it. But, and I'm not even keeping up with all these solar flares and everything that's going on, but you will feel it. If you feel tension, your muscles are aching, your joints are aching, migraines, headaches, and there's no real explanation for that, it might just be your body adjusting to the higher frequency. Woo, staying in alignment. What else was there? Yes, and staying in alignment with our vision. So having that vision in mind, checking also what is my intention with that vision. Am I manifesting from a place where my internal will is aligning with the divine will? Is it a win-win-win scenario? Meaning, is it in my highest and the highest good of everyone? Does it come from a sense of, from the frequency of joy and from the frequency of giving, of well-being, of sharing that well-being, of abundance? Then it's going to be easier to manifest because you're aligning yourself with what is aligned with the new earth. The new earth is going to consist of structures, communities that are there to serve not just the few, but everyone. So everything that has been aligned with an egoic protocol will fall apart in this ascension process. And that goes, again, hand in hand with what's going on in your old life, in your own life and old life. Just observe your life. Anything that's not serving the new becoming of the new you is going to fall apart, regardless whether you're holding on to it or not. If you're going to hold on to what no longer serves you, probably a tower, I'm talking about the tarot, is going to strike you because the universe is going to forcibly realign you with your new path. So you can try it out, the path of more suffering or the path of less suffering. And I've tried both. And I'm telling you, I prefer the smoother ride, because I resisted so much in the past. It was too painful. I learned my lesson in resisting. I'm not doing that anymore. Because also, we are important in the process, but the planet, for example, has their own consciousness. I'm saying her because I don't know what else, he, she, they. So the planet herself is transforming, and we're like fleas on the surface, whether we're cooperating or not, the planet's doing her thing. So it's in our own highest good to do the internal process too, and to ascend with the planet. Again, more suffering equals more resistance, more holding on to what no longer serves you, out of comfort, out of fear, out of passivity. No one is spared, guys. Nobody is spared. So choose the smooth sailing ticket. And even the smooth ride, it's going to come in spurts. I'm not saying that, for example, in my life, that's completely free from pain. Pain is always going to be there in one way or the other. But because I have this deeper knowing of what's going on, I'm not scared. I'm leaning into the expansion. I'm curious. Whereas in the past, I would shut down, I would reject, I would hang on, I would, all of the fear-based behavior. So now I'm just like, okay, where's the current going? I'm going to flow with it. So don't be surprised that if you're aligning with your internal truth, with what feels true for you in the moment, that is going to shake up your external life, because you're probably going to speak your truth, and it's probably going to shake up some relationships, because you're pivoting. You are recalibrating to something different. And that takes courage, because to speak our truth to maybe our family or to our friends or to our work relationships that no longer serve us it requires courage. It requires the capacity for discomfort in the face of potential rejection. But again, you got to separate what is yours and what is someone else's responsibility. What is your responsibility and what is someone else's projection of maybe their own fears or their own agenda. Take responsibility for yourself first, for your own energy and for your attention, and calibrate to your evolving and unfolding and ever-flowing truth. Because it's not this fixed thing either, like, okay, now I know what my truth is, I'm going to hang on to that. No, it's going to change. Your purpose, you're going to probably have different purposes also. One of my purposes is making these videos. And why? Because I made a pact with the divine I made a kind of bargain at some point, because I was too deep in the suffering and couldn't get out of it. I said, look, if you help me out of this, I promise you that I'm going to use this entire experience, my own experience, for something good. That was 3 years ago. And 3 years ago, I didn't know yet that I was going to open a YouTube channel and talk to you about this. And I don't even know who's listening, but that's not even my responsibility. My responsibility is to put out these videos, to share my experience, my joy, my energy with you. And I leave it to everyone to either resonate with it or not. And you got to make your own decisions, your own choice. So, it doesn't have to be that hard and painful, is what I'm trying to say. I think a lot of us were used to a lot of suffering and a lot of pain and a lot of struggle. And it feels sometimes too whimsical or too, the question, can it really be that easy? I often ask myself, can it really be that smooth and that easy? Yes, if only we believe it and open ourselves up to it. And of course, the letting go process is not unpainful, because it feels like we're letting go of a part of ourselves, or a part of ourselves is dying. But nothing is ever lost. The essence of that experience, the memory, we are always going to carry that with you. And what is most important now is to be present for what is needed right now, rather than to hang on to what no longer is. So recalibrate to the present moment, check in with yourself. I also asked you, what is your baseline energy throughout the day? Ask yourself, become conscious of what you are emitting, because we're like radio stations, we're like electromagnetic fields walking around. If you were to take away this physical body, we're just an energy field. I mean, everything is energy anyway. But ask yourself, become conscious of what you're emitting, because what you're emitting is what you're attracting. Like attracts like. Bandidos, I'm going to keep this short. Just my little PS on aligning with your truth. And I hope this was of value to you. I'm putting out these bite-sized videos. Next video, episode 19, I'm going to pull some cards. I'm in a good mood today. So I'm going to record various of these videos. Thank you for being here, guys. You know that your attention and your presence and your energy are the most important assets you have. So by you giving that to me, I really appreciate that. And it's a give and take, you know, your attention and my energy output. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. If you want to support me, I have my Patreon. The link is in the description box below. And I'll see you for the next episode. Charles and I got your back. Ciao.